Straight ahead on 12 News, a grand jury indictment in the death of a 5-year-old Brooklyn Park boy. Then a safe place for kids gets a new place for them to play.
We will pass this every day, all the time, and it will just make us smile.
How a family is honoring a cousin who died suddenly. But first, call it a field of dreams.
It's awesome because we've been wanting this for a while.
A softball diamond that's one of a kind in Minnesota. 12 News starts right now.
Minnesota's best wheelchair athletes now have their very own softball field to call home.
As Delane Cleveland reports, Brooklyn Park's Todd Anderson Field celebrated its grand opening with the people who made it possible and the athletes who will benefit.
He's a utility infielder.
A field to call home is a special thing. Just ask Stacy Bates of the Junior Rolling Twins.
It's pretty big. It's awesome because we've been wanting this for a while.
In the past, Bates and the rest of the Rolling Twins softball teams from Courage Center had to play their games in less than ideal conditions.
We'd been in parking lots all over town, trying to find a level parking lot that doesn't have any posts, that doesn't have trucks driving through it, that doesn't have speed bumps.
Now, those days are long gone.
We don't have to worry about getting hit by cars in the outfield, so that's nice.
Thursday night, the junior and adult Rolling Twins celebrated with the people who made it happen.
This is the first competitive wheelchair softball field in Minnesota.
We want to be first or best. And I think with today's stadium, we are first and best.
The field was made possible thanks to a $200,000 grant from Major League Baseball and the Pepsi Refresh Project. The Minnesota Twins chose Courage Center to be their charity partner in a contest 2 years ago. And after receiving 2 million votes, Todd Anderson Field became a reality.
I want to say congratulations to these athletes and good luck on this field. The way we're going at second base, we might sign a second baseman out of here tonight, Tim. We never know.
All jabs at Tsuyoshi Nishioka aside, the players had nothing but praise for their new ballpark.
It makes us feel like we actually are a team. I think this has actually brought us closer together.
In Brooklyn Park, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Courage Center named the ballpark after former wheelchair softball player Todd Anderson, who passed away 2 years ago. Well, there is an update today in the case against a teenager who is accused of killing a 5-year-old boy from Brooklyn Park.
Nizelle George was asleep on his grandmother's couch in Minneapolis when bullets tore through the front wall of the house, hitting him in the back. Now 17-year-old Stephen Shannon has been indicted by a grand jury on a charge of first-degree murder. Shannon is being charged as an adult. He has been held since his arrest on July 2nd. A 15-year-old boy is also being held in the case. He too may be charged as an adult.
He's been the go-to guy for local businesses in the Northwest Metro. Now the Twin West Chamber of Commerce president is moving on to a statewide position. Bruce Newstad will soon head up the Minnesota Retailers Association, representing 1,500 members of Minnesota's retail industry. During his 4.5 years at Twin West in Plymouth, Newstad represented about 850 businesses in the Northwest Metro and played a key role in connecting business leaders with local government leaders. He says that was a favorite part of his job.
This is one of the greatest business communities, the Western Metro. Some world-class companies, some great homegrown family-owned businesses too. Getting to know those businesses by far, very best part.
Newstad's last day at Twin West will be August 31st.
It has been a deadly summer for motorcyclists in Minnesota. So far, 26 riders have died in motorcycle accidents this year. That's ahead of last year at this time. The Department of Public Safety says there are a record number of motorcycle riders in the state right now. Officials say failure to yield right of way, driver inattention, and motorcyclist error are all contributing factors. They recommend a rider's training course like those taught at Hennepin Technical College. Right now, there are nearly 400,000 licensed motorcycle riders in Minnesota. Well, a family's desire to honor a 1-year-old child named Lucy who died suddenly is a perfect match for a project that's been waiting to happen.
A 13-year-old Golden Valley girl decided to step in to help build a place for children to play when they come to the Minneapolis Crisis Nursery for help.
My cousin passed away, and so I wanted to honor her, and so I wanted to help kids young kids.
Lucy's Garden is a project that grew out of a family tragedy and a need to do something.
Kids come here when, like, their parents need help or their family needs help.
The Greater Minneapolis Crisis Nursery works to end child abuse and neglect. More than 2,000 children come here every year when there's trouble at home.
I love gardening.
For the Hausman family, doing something special for those kids was a good fit.
It made perfect sense for us to look for a children's charity because we were all devastated by my niece's death, and we needed some way to give back and to heal and try to put a silver lining on something that's a very, very dark cloud.
Eventually, trees and shrubs will grow, separating a busy street from a new play area. They hope this will become an oasis for children who have seen trouble.
All of my problems and all of my issues on the other side of the fence, but while I'm here, I'm loved, I'm cared for, I'm protected, and I'm a child.
Plans for this garden and landscaping project had been stuck in a drawer for years because the Crisis Nursery lacked the money to do it, until Sasha's family came along and donated nearly half the money and a lot of the labor to make it work. At a dedication today, officials say the garden will help ease stress.
That's one of the things that we've been trying to do for the last few years at the nursery, create a safe, fun place for children who are dealing with a lot of stress to come and just get to be kids.
Finally, it was Sasha who cut the ribbon on Lucy's Garden.
I'm really proud that this actually happened, and I didn't think that I could get this far.
The garden's not done yet. There's room set aside to grow and harvest vegetables, so it'll be an ongoing project. Coming up, advice for parents and kids on getting ready for a new school year.
And later in sports, it's a date outdoorsmen and women circle on the calendar. Our crew stops by the game fair.
But first, your AccuWeather forecast. In just a few weeks, area kids will be heading back to school, and parents can play a powerful role in preparing for a successful school year. Here's Alexandra with a special guest on that topic.
I'm here with Glazelle Toledo, an online school teacher from Robbinsdale with 10 years of experience in public education. And Glazelle, we often think about getting the kids ready to head back to school, but maybe equally important is talking about parents and engaging in a child's education, getting the parents ready.
Yeah, that's correct. One of the things that parents should get off right at the bat is to talk to the teachers. The teachers don't know everything. We don't know the background of the students, what they struggle with. It takes us a couple of weeks to get to know them. So having an open line of communication with the teacher is very important, especially if they see that initial struggle or frustration, so that the teachers can be there right away for them.
So getting to know the teacher, maybe also getting involved in the classroom if possible?
Volunteering is an excellent opportunity to get involved in your child's education. Reading a book at the school, helping with after-school homework, going on a field trip. I mean, those are many ways to get involved, even if the kid doesn't want you to.
Now, you mentioned homework. We're going to tackle that a little bit because working with a child with their homework can be frustrating for parents. But it sounds like your advice is keep it positive and stick to a routine.
Yes, routines are drastically important. I mean, can you think about it? Kid gets home from school. What am I supposed to do? I mean, if we have set aside time of when to do our homework, what the expectations are, then they know what the routine is, what's expected of them. I mean, they can come home, watch TV, but what's more important? Do we get our homework done, or we get our math homework done first, take a little break, watch our favorite episode of Animaniacs or whatever seems to be popular these days, go back to our English paper, review it with mom or dad just to make sure we understand the directions. Because sometimes the students get stuck or have mind blocks because they don't even know how to get started because of the directions. And that initial going through the directions like, oh, I think I get it now.
Take a little time, focus, routine, and be positive.
Of course.
Glazelle Toledo from Connections Academy, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
And if you would like a little more information about Glazelle's school and online learning, you can learn that at connectionsacademy.com. There's also a special parent-to-parent information session coming up Saturday afternoon in Maple Grove. Mike?
All right, thanks, Alex. Coming up, we'll check out an award-winning yard and find out how the rest of us can learn from it. The first in sports, meet a local Little League umpire who had a big opportunity this week. John Jacobson has that and a lot more when we come back. John Jacobson now with a look at sports, and nothing like getting outside in Minnesota and making the most of it. And there's so many ways to do it, and a good place to learn how.
Good place to see a lot of different things in one day. Outdoor sports like hunting, fishing, and archery are big in Minnesota, even here in the Twin Cities metro area. Game Fair started back in 1982 and has grown into a big event. Today marked opening day for 2012. 12 Sports, Jay Wilcox and photographer Jason Malillo paid a visit.
Now in its 31st year, Game Fair is going strong.
A lot of new exhibitors. We probably have 35, 40 brand new exhibitors who have never been here. They're far away as Maryland, Kentucky, California, Texas, Ohio.
It's a yearly destination for hunters, fishermen and women, target shooters, and outdoor enthusiasts of all types. Though it's grown a lot, there is still an informal, personal touch to Game Fair.
The exhibits are the main thing, you know. It's see it, try it, and buy it, you know, type of operation, and you get the public to participate. The whole show is participation. Everybody, last year we had 4,600 dogs come to the show.
After a hot summer in Minnesota and around the Midwest, fall hunting season and cooler weather is more welcome than ever. And learning a tip or two from experts at the Game Fair can't hurt.
Most of the people are into getting answers from experts, and I always tell the people that are giving the seminar, invite them back to your booth so that you can discuss little issues rather than try to do it in a big format.
At Game Fair, Jay Wilcox, 12 Sports.
Game Fair runs Friday and Saturday 9 to 6 and Sunday 9 to 5 this weekend and next weekend. Another game and another win today for a local team of the state VFW baseball tournament. Champlin Park won its second round game 10-1 over Shakopee. Champlin Park now plays in the winners bracket semifinals of the double elimination tournament Saturday at 11 at Franklin Rogers Field in Mankato. The championship game is Sunday. While the season ended Thursday for the Robbinsdale Little League baseball team with a loss in the Midwest Division semifinals, the tournament continues in Indianapolis for a Golden Valley man. If you don't mind getting yelled at once in a while, umpiring is not a bad part-time job. But for Nathan Adlin of Golden Valley, the gig this week is for the love of the game. Like all of the 12 umpires assigned to the Midwest and Great Lakes Division tournaments in Indianapolis, he's working 11 games in a week for free.
All the travel expenses are on our own, and then they help provide meals here for us and then provide a hotel for us, but everything else is coming out of our pockets.
Adlin works District 1 Little League games here in the northwest suburbs and was recommended by the district administrator to umpire in the region tournaments. A pretty big honor.
I felt very lucky, especially due to my age. A lot of the guys I work with are between 40 and 60, and so there's not too many younger guys that get an opportunity like this at just such a young age.
At age 25, Nathan is the youngest umpire here, but he's already in his 10th summer of calling games.
You have to really try to focus on just reacting to whatever's in front of you. You don't worry about who's playing or what the score is. Every play is in itself something different. You just have to see what's in front of you and make the best call possible.
He grew up playing Little League and later Babe Ruth baseball in Golden Valley before starting as an umpire at age 16. So he's not that far removed from his playing days.
I can still, kind of look out to the fence sometimes, like, I could probably hit a home run here. But at this point, I'm just really happy doing what I'm doing.
Being an umpire here is a big deal. Nathan Adlin knows there's one more place he'd like to work sometime, the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
I think that's the goal of anyone that gets into umpiring at the Little League level. I know it wouldn't be at least 10 to 15 years if I get a recommendation out of this tournament, but I plan on doing this for a long time. So, I'm just here for a little over a week and enjoying every minute of it.
Nathan is working one more game in Indy, the Midwest Division Championship, Saturday afternoon between South Dakota and Nebraska. And that is some dedication to go down there. You're basically on your own dime and work for a week of games. So
it sounds like he loves it, almost public service, really, for those guys. Thanks a lot, Jen. Hey. Still ahead, how to transform an ordinary garden into a little piece of paradise.
We'll go in the garden when we come right back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. She has been part of our garden segments with helpful hints.
Now, Heidi Highland from Heidi's Lifestyle Gardens is getting national kudos for her work. Our Renee Bonneau goes into Heidi's garden to find out how to add a piece of her paradise to your yard.
Saponaria you don't see very often. It's kind of an underutilized plant, but it's a very old-fashioned plant.
Heidi Highland is proud to show off the fruits and veggies and flowers of her labor.
I've had tours take as short as 45 minutes, and I've had the best ones be about 2 hours long.
There's certainly plenty here to see. There's enough foliage surrounding her Plymouth home to fill a horticulture handbook, and unique extras you can't get with sun and water.
There's an outdoor shower by the hot tub. There's a dining area underneath a maple tree. There is a green exercise that I do workouts in the backyard with TRX bands. Multi-purposes are served in this landscape.
That's why this summer the Perennial Plant Association presented Highland with a Landscape Design Award. The national organization honored her extraordinary efforts, from intermixing edibles into her picturesque gardens to including environmentally friendly features.
I've lived here for 15 years and I do this professionally, and so I focus on it a lot more than most people may.
Still, Highland says you too can transform your garden on a smaller scale, taking small steps. Sneak salad greens into your flower bed, or adopt a box of bees.
I think anybody has an opportunity to connect with nature however it works for them.
Highland says receiving the award is the pinnacle of her career. Maybe now she can relax and enjoy the results of her hard work.
I'm hoping that this award has allowed me to relax a little bit and watch my rain chain or play with my grandbaby at the beach and not take a little bit more of my own medicine. I don't stop and smell the roses as often as I might.
Renee Bonneau, 12 News.
And I'll bet she's got plenty of roses there that she could smell. I mean, that's a beautiful yard.
I was thinking, I just want to go to Heidi's to hang out in her yard, you know?
A lot of work to keep all that up.
Oh, it is.
Hopefully she can enjoy it. Yeah. That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Stay with us. Community Corner is coming up next. And have a good weekend, everyone. We'll see you back here again on Monday.